It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Ravens and the Eagles, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience...
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. Here's Steven Sims with the return. And look at this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the 16-year pro, rebounded from an injury last season, Matthew Stafford.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown-to-interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of errors.
Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. And it'll be a gain of about 4, but doesn't shrink the mountain that they have to climb now on 3rd and long. Stafford back to throw. Caught by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
3 touchdowns, Kate, is a great week for him. But less so when every one of them was matched by an interception. Those turnovers were a part of why they ended up on the losing side of that game. And ball security is what you know he's worked on all week long. It will be on the forefront of his mind.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Brown on the inside give. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's Brown again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it, I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
First and 10, here's Hurts. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Into the hands of Campbell. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tre'Davious White there on the stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still third down.
The flag makes this third down and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. No luck on the connection, it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to the air we go on second, Stafford. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Stafford from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Fields this clean at the 30. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Campbell hauls it in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They kick the running back in motion. On first down, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That's Odafe Oweh with a stop. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll run again with Brown. And he'll have of a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly,
and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
a lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Sims now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion Bateman over right. Stafford now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Ready.
Running it after the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Aguilar with the grab. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Stafford buys time, rolling right. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. We get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 6 coming up here. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start with second and 6. Hurts now from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
That pass caught by Dotson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throwing for Hurts. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It ended up being a failure right up front. The entire play, when you get in these goal-to-go situation, hinges on that initial surge. It gives some credit to the defense. They win right there at the point of attack, and because of it, well, that play goes backwards.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up third and goal. Trying to get it with the option here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Justice Hill. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Andrews with the catch. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Cooper DeJean with the stop. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Short side option here. He's running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
He's got Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 29-yard line.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Stafford back to throw. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That one gains 7. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Complete out to the right. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Henry on the option. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Stafford now. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
A 21-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Stafford from the gun. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Rolling from the pistol, Stafford. Sideline throws reeled in by Likely. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Here's 2nd and 7. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now Stafford again. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. On 1st down, Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. This time they'll keep it on the ground. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. T.J. Tampa there on the tackle. We've reached halftime, and neither team can seem to find an edge thus far. 6-6 our score. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. Second among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That pass caught by Johnson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Pass complete to Campbell. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Hurts. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Well, Brock, obviously an error on the quarterback's part to make that throw, right? But credit his effort to take that pick and turn it into an even bigger play.
And the race is on. After that ball is in your hand, now it's on you as that returner to get out in front of those offensive players before they can react, change direction, and ultimately track him down. The initial advantage always goes to the guy making the pick, and he took it to the house.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First down throwing for Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, a run with Barkley. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Offense to the line for second down. From the 43. This finds Smith. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
From the pistol, Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a third now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Andrews with the catch. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. And they send a man in motion. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They motion a receiver left. From the 25 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Baltimore running its offense out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The give to Henry on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Bullock's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. That score made it a touchdown ball game, 16-9. They can tie it up on this possession. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Diving right side, got it! They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 48. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Going tight end run here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Couple yards there on 2nd down, and now a long ways to go on 3rd. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here's Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They kick the running back in motion. On first down, Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 2nd and 3 now. They motion Dotson over left. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground, Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Hurts looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field. Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Stafford from the gun. Gets this to Bateman. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. And he'll get it up to the 44. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 10. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. And a man is there to knock that away. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down. Hurts setting up to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Hurts. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick-6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Here's Smith on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Campbell going to motion over right. Hurts back to the air after the pick. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37, into the hands of Campbell. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hurts to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts throwing again. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Goddard makes the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Offense in the hurry-up here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Their offense running back out now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Ball at the 33 for first down. It's Henry on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running once more with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Gotta figure out this third down here. From the gun, a run for Henry. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Barkley's got it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Here's 2nd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Back out runs their offense. They can trot out that victory formation here, Brock. Send us all home. No timeouts left to stop that clock. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.